Oops! Yeah! Yes! Up off net! Yeah! Up off net! Say you wanna be in love with me. It's driving me crazy to think that my boy. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, don't. All right, man. Look at who we have here. Young King, what's going on with you? Sully Purser, what's going on with you? R&B for oops. All right, man. Lord, first, I want to say this. Hit the Tyson bell. It was a fantastic live stream yesterday. You guys, man, had the lip on quiver. I had the misty eye, and let me tell you why. With all of the super chats, thank you so much. Thank you to Joe. Thank you to Jay. Thank you to Victory Has Defeated You. Thank you to all you boys, man. I mean, it was just Daryl, all of you guys, man. Thank you so much for all the super chats. I had so many. We celebrated yesterday because of it. This channel is just definitely the best community in the world, man, in the boxing world. So thank you so much. And I have a reason why I was so touched. Stop playing. Rip Paul. Stop playing, dog. I was just thinking about Paul Mooney. I know he wasn't doing well. Dang! Oh, let's give a 10 count for Paul Mooney. Dang, Paul Mooney, we love you, boy. We love you, boy. Man, I know he was Paul Mooney was going through it pretty his health was deteriorating. He may be the funniest man of all time. So Paul Mooney, much love to you. What else we got? So will it be a 7th degree? We'll see. But I want to say this. Godspeed, absolutely. Much love. I want to thank ShowBizz. Much love to you. And I want to say this. And oh yeah, Paul Mooney was a real one. I want to say this. The reason why I was so touched yesterday, if you didn't know, my father's birthday. So my father passed away before I was born. Dad, I love you, boy. He passed away before I was born. So his birthday was yesterday. So it was like a spiritual. I couldn't say it while everything was happening because I was gonna be like, my father. My father's birthday. It was gonna be bad. That's why I was specifically like really touched yesterday. We love you, boy. So thank you so much, man. I mean, that was completely awesome. We got 400 people in here. Let's go through the itinerary real quick on what we're going to talk about. Everybody, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get 1,000 people in here today. Today is going to be a good one. We have to talk about everything. We definitely got to talk about the big thing. Pause. Hold on, dog. Wow. Anyway, we definitely got to talk about Tyson Gypsy King Fury versus Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder 3. What Sports Illustrated had to say. But let's start here. Jamal Charlo on Boo Boo Andre. Did you hear Jamal Charlo's savage moment on speaking on Boo Boo Andre? Hold on real quick. BUSR.com. Go to BUSR.com/ShowBizz. Place a bet on your favorite fights, please. And we're going to talk more about that too. Did you guys see what Jamal Charlo had to say on Fight Hype? Hold on. Let me play it for you. And we're going to break this down real quick.
And then, we'll go from there. Last question for me. What'd you make of Boo Boo Andre, the confrontation post-fight press conference at Canelo? I mean, guys, want clout, want attention. Sometimes it's not good for them, but they still do it. But, that guy's just I don't don't know what to say about him. I mean, he needs to do things like that to get himself relevant, you know, because nobody cared for his fights. He's just in a bad situation, you know, and then let alone, like Canelo said, he's a horrible fighter. I mean, he's a horrible fighter. Thanks, Jamal. Appreciate it.
So Jamal Charlo, savage moment. He said that Bubu Andre was a horrible fighter. He agrees with Canelo Alvarez. And he said that nobody thinks about him. He's boring. Nobody's thinking about. That's what he has to do to clout chase. He's not thinking about fighting Bubu Andre. I want to ask you guys, with Jamal Charlo not being interested in fighting Bubu Andre being a belt holder in his weight class, not at 160, where Jamal Charlo was the WBC world champion, is Jamal Charlo ducking Andre? Let's start there. Is Jamal Charlo ducking Andre? The way we say Canelo Alvarez is ducking Andre is Jamal Charlo ducking Andre. Let's talk about the consistency. He actually agrees with Canelo, everything Canelo has to say. After Canelo had that post-press conference after beating Billy Joe Saunders, breaking his face, Andre showed up and everybody said that Canelo was ducking him. Absolutely. Okay. So Jamal Charlo is ducking Andre. Let me ask you this. Is Jamal Charlo afraid of black fighters? Canelo Alvarez is ducking Andre. He's afraid of black fighters. He's ducking Jamal. So that's two black men. So he's afraid of black fighters. Is Jamal Charlo ducking Andre? Is he afraid of black fighters? Can we be consistent there? Let me just see what you all got to say. Hit the like. Let's see what you all got to say. I'm going to tell you this. No. Okay. I just want to know what makes a person afraid of a black fighter and when it's a black thing, when it's not. I'm going to tell you this. F no. Okay. I just want to know. All right. I just need the guardrails. I need all of the rules in play here when it comes to that. I want to say this too. Real quick. Jamal Charlo fighting on Juneteenth. Hold on real quick. Jamal Charlo made his brother look like a punk by saying he'll never fight Andre. Oh, Jamel did. I know. Jamel has done that a few times. Made Jamal look weird about saying he ducked. Well, he was talking about he'll never duck Canelo. It was just strange how he says things that make you kind of like, is he hating on his brother? Let's see what he has to say. Keeping it real is a skill now. Keeping it real is a skill now. Absolutely. Oh, man, Eric stuff came up and out. Jamal, stop. You've been ducking Andre. Okay. Okay. Actually, I agree. I think Jamal has been ducking Andre for a very long time. I do. But I heard that Andre ducked Jamal. I'm hearing that actually Andre turned down some money against Jamal or something like that. I don't know what's going on. If I don't know all of the details and I'm a boxing analyst, at that point, I need to keep my mouth shut, on just talking about what I know when I don't know the whole story. So I'm very careful with that. My thing is, if he's such a horrible fighter, why not get the notch on your belt? Good point. Neither one has fought Andre. Excellent point. I think because Andre makes it difficult for people. I've been saying that forever. I think Andre makes it difficult for people. Okay. The reason why I give Canelo Alvarez a pass is because I think Caleb Plant is a steeper hill than Andre. When people say Canelo is ducking Andre, I look at Caleb damn Plant and I think Caleb Plant is a steeper hill at a natural 168, a bigger man who's slick, extremely skillful. It's not like Bubu Andre's been fighting a who's who. His resume stinks. I think Caleb Plant is actually a tougher hill for Canelo than Andre. So I don't really say much at that point. Him breaking Billy Joe Saunders' face where Billy Joe was actually keeping up with Canelo. I think Caleb Plant is a tougher hill than even Billy Joe Saunders. So with that said, I'm just happy that he's fighting for Undisputed and fighting my guy Caleb Sweethand Plant. That's my boy, by the way. I want to say this too. With Jamal Charlo, with the PBC doing the Juneteenth fight, okay? I am all for it. All right? I know I don't speak race much, but I'm a proud black man. Okay. I mean, I think that should be obvious. All right. But if I have to repeat myself, I am. And Ms. Biz is a proud Mexican woman. Okay. And I've always looked at the Cinco de Mayo weekends, and I looked at, all those things. And to start a Juneteenth, that's beautiful, okay? Let's give Tyson Bell for that. Now, we can have a 4th of July weekend, too, for independence, for Americans. But I just like that. I really do. I'm not all about being colorblind as much as I'm about see the color, see the culture, learn about it, and appreciate it. I hate the term colorblind. Don't not see my color. See me. Just don't be racist. Oh, this shirt, by the way, was made by a black company, a black-owned company, and this is a black artist. But don't be colorblind. See all the colors. Just don't be racist. Just enjoy my culture. Oh, that's your culture? I get that. That's different than mine. That doesn't mean you're worse. That doesn't mean I hate you. You're just different. So Juneteenth, I'm all for it. Hit the Tyson Bell. And maybe Jamal Charlo has an opportunity to be a guy who fights on Juneteenth weekend all the time. Let me see. Much love, ShowBizz partners. Let the light in. Did you see Aram said no step aside money for Wilder? I did see that, but we're going to talk about that. But let's let the light in first. Paul Mooney, we love you. So let's let the light in. You tell your mom, tell your father, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your son, tell your daughter, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your best friend. If they're right next to you, if they're far away, text them. I don't care. DM them. And if they're not here anymore, look up in the sky and say, I love you. Let's let the light in. Let the person you know that you love, let them know that you love them while they're here, if you can. All right? Let the light in. So hold on real quick. I don't necessarily think Canelo ducks black fighters. He just ducks elite, slick fighters who so happen to be black most of the time, except Plant. Well, Billy Joe Saunders was slick too. So there goes the gray area. Okay. Billy Joe is slick. Caleb is slick. But they're white. So you got to be, if you're black and slick, he won't fight you. Well, he fought Floyd. Is Laura black? I don't know. He fought Austin Trout. He fought Daniel Jacobs. Well, Andre is slicker than that. Well, Andre looked like he was getting busted upside his head against Liam Williams. How slick is that? I think Andre ain't as slick as people give him credit for. And Charlo isn't slick at all. Charlo is kind of like Danny Jacobs. He's not slick. So it's just black at that point. And if he hasn't fought two guys and they happen to be black, it's like this. Charlo hasn't fought David Benavidez, and he hasn't fought Jaime Munguia yet. So I guess he ducked Mexican fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. It all depends on, I guess what you consider. I don't even know what my mind doesn't think that way. I'm trying my best. Okay. So here we go. Let's move on. I want to say this. Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor, undisputed this weekend. I am going live for that. Okay. And I must say, I think I lost my money. Now, look, I placed, I know Laura is Cuban, but a lot of people, there's people that would call Cubans black. So I don't know. It all depends on your definition. But I must say, I leveraged my Canelo Alvarez winnings, because that's what I do on BUSR.com. Go to BUSR.com, create an account. You'll figure it out. What I do is when I win, I don't cash out all the time. I leave it there and I kind of leverage the winnings. That I've been growing winnings since Tears the Law. You remember that years ago when I bet on BUSR.com and I won $5,000 with Tears the Law. I've been building that since then. And I added more money with Canelo Alvarez victory, and I took $2,000 of those winnings, and I put it on Josh Taylor to win by KO, and I lost. I had the same feeling I had when I bet money on Stipe Miocic to beat Francis Ngannou their second fight. As soon as I hit confirm, I said I lost. I said I lost. All right. Much love, Biz. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, brother. Big Chief. I love the name, by the way. So, you know, Josh Taylor's probably going to. Look. I have my money on. It's a smart man's bet. Okay, it's a very close fight. We don't really know who's going to win, but they have Ramirez as the underdog to the point where I'm like, wait, I can see Ramirez actually stopping Josh Taylor. The funny thing is, I can actually see the reverse happening. I think Josh Taylor is a more skillful, more well-rounded fighter. With that said, though, it's kind of like what we're going to talk about soon when we start to break down and analyze Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury is better than Wilder. He's better than Wilder, but that doesn't mean that he beats Wilder this third time if they fight. Because Wilder just got that eraser. You know, I mean, he can actually absorb some of Tyson Fury's shots and maybe land something or maybe set it up now that he's, you know, exploring new wrinkles in this game. So that's how I feel when it comes to a better fighter winning. That's not the case all the time. Bro, you missed my super chat. Sorry about that. It happens a lot, man. I get a lot of people in here, but I am sorry about that. Hold on. Here we go. Yes, but not to the extent Canelo ducked Andre. Canelo had 3 belts at 160 and only needed to beat Andre to become undisputed, but instead he ran. Okay, but that all depends on who you hate, all right? So if you don't like Canelo, that's exactly how you see it. And if you like Charlo more than Canelo, that's exactly how you see it. I've been watching Charlo duck Andre for a long time now, for years, since before I started YouTube. So just the length of time. And now Canelo is at 168 and Andre is still at 160 and Charlo still isn't fighting him. And at least Canelo is going for undisputed where Charlo is not even going to fight him for the belt. So you know what I'm saying? When you say which one is at the most extent, it all depends on what you like and your bias. The truth of the matter is a duck is a duck is a duck. And if you think Canelo ducked Andre, which I do, I think Canelo did duck Andre. I heard him verbally duck him. I heard him say something like, he said, Andre, this is a boring fight. And I just thought, oh, that means a difficult fight. I mean, that's just the way I translated it because I was like, fight him. You know, I mean, he was going to, Andre and Canelo, it was going to be hard to make that fight because DAZN was talking about a 2-fight deal with Triple G. So that fell apart. So then Canelo moved up. It didn't happen exactly how you said it. DAZN was saying like a 2-fight deal or something like that. And Andre was going to be a part of it. And then that just fell apart. Okay. You see how hard it is to make fights now. I mean, we're not getting the fights we want. All right. Because it's just so hard to make it. Boxing politics is ridiculous. So, and then he moved up. But with that said, what you value to be more of a duck is based on your emotional bias at that point. Let me see. I just say a duck is a duck. Oh, he ducked him more. Like, brother, a duck is a duck. All right. Let's see. Steve Finnegan. Let's see what we have to say. All love, ShowBizz. As always, I couldn't agree more. All peoples and all cultures living in harmony. Thank you. That's the dream. What are your issues, if any, with Canelo's resume? Zero. I have 0. Okay. He's 30 years old there's no resume coming close to his. So if I have a problem, let me tell you how I'm thinking. The closest resume to his is probably AJ. I have no problem with his resume. If I have a problem with Canelo's resume, then the entire boxing world stinks. Canelo is 31 years old with by far the best resume in the world when it comes to boxing. So if I have a problem with his, then everybody, because there's nobody else close, then boxing stinks. And so it's not even a Canelo thing at that point. It'll be me having a problem with boxing. All right. And if you have a problem with something, you got to come up with a solution, which I'm trying to do. Make boxing #1 sport in the world. And I thought AJ versus Tyson Fury would help that. I really did. How does a Canelo versus Triple G 3 play out and why? Triple G looked amazing his last fight. With that said, it'd be as even as all the fights were. I think Triple G was ahead of him the first fight for sure. But once Canelo it was a learning experience. It's just like Floyd Castillo. Castillo bust Floyd ass the first fight. But Floyd learned from that and bust his ass the second fight. It's just that Floyd got away with one. Canelo, the same thing. Canelo got away with the draw, but he was able to learn from Triple G, walk him down and fight better the second time and outperform. I think he beat Triple G the second time. But that is one of those fights where they're just evenly matched. Still interested in seeing the fight or has time passed by? I can do without it, but if that fight were to be made, I'd be excited. Look, I can do without Wilder versus Fury, but if that fight is made, I'm excited. Why wouldn't you want to see that? Okay, I don't want to see that more than AJ versus Usyk or more than Fury versus AJ. But if that fight's made, I am sitting front row with popcorn, bro. I may go to the damn fight, hit the Tyson bell. I'm excited for that. Okay, if that fight is made. So same thing. I can do without another fight with Canelo Triple G, but a lot of times boxing is just built on trilogies a lot of times. So you kind of think about, okay, great fighters, and you think about great rivalries, and then you think about trilogies. You can't help but to think about Gotti Ward and Ali Frazier. You just can't help but to think about those things. Duran Leonard, you can't help but to think about those things. So with that being said, Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez, a trilogy is always great. Okay, I could do without it, but if that fight was made, I'd be excited. Hey, Biz, related to Canelo, was there a point in Canelo Saunders where you thought BJ was running away with the win? He was doing some amazing work. He was, but I never thought he was running away. I thought Billy Joe Saunders, pause. You're gonna have to sit down and inflict pain and not just score. There was a point where I was like, oh no, he's winning. I thought he was winning some rounds in a row, certainly. But I was more so saying, Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo can care less. He's walking through everything. You're about to get knocked out. That's what I was saying at the very beginning. When I saw round one, when they stepped out there, I said, when I looked at how Billy was punching, I said, Canelo gonna knock him out. So it was just he was gonna catch up. That, like I said, the air was seeping from the balloon. He was gonna catch up to him. So he had some success temporarily. But I was like, oh no, you gotta fight Canelo. You gotta beat Canelo up. Andre pulled out the fight with Matt. See, that's what I'm hearing. Charlo, 7 days before the fight. Would you call that a duck? Right. That's what I'm saying. So I gotta understand the circumstances in which Andre pulled out. Okay, if he pulled out due to an injury, you can't call it a duck. I won't just jump and call it. Like I said, I can't speak on something I'm not completely, vastly, understanding. All right. If there's information left out and I would never get that information, then I'll speak on it. But I never understood everything surrounding why Andre pulled out. I'm hearing that he really did, bro. So I'm going to have to really look into why he pulled out, because I'm hearing that Jamal pulled out of a Canelo fight, right? I've heard that many times, and I looked at it, and I also heard that Jamal Charlo turned down being mandated against Canelo. So the WBC was going to make Jamal Charlo Canelo's mandate, and they were going to have like a meeting to do that, but it didn't happen. And then they asked Charlo, well, do you want to wait for Canelo to fight Triple G? I forgot what it was. So I'm not going to, don't quote me on this, but Jamal Charlo was like, oh yeah, I can wait. So that's why Jamal Charlo was never the mandatory for Canelo. So is that a duck? There's these little things that has happened that has caused us to not to get the fights we want. And we're trying to find out who to blame. And, maybe we'll get down to the bottom of that one day. What else we got? Love you, Biz. Love you, brother. Let me see. Canelo's 168 path to undisputed is history in the making. Show love to a living legend. Appreciate the fights and respect his opponents. Up off, man. Great things shall always be complimented. So let's move forward. A lot of people here for the title. So let's move forward. Devin Haney versus Linares, May 29th. We got to talk about that for a quick second. May 29th, Devin Haney versus Linares. I was talking to my oldest brother. Love you, boy. My oldest brother was telling me, I'm happy that you had that interview with Devin Haney to shine more of a light on Devin Haney. Devin Haney is an exceptional fighter, which I agree. Physically, he's growing into his man strength the way Ryan Garcia is doing. With that said, it would be something if Devin Haney were to smash Linares, and he has that attitude to do it. And I think Linares is a tougher opponent than Luke Campbell. I really do. Hit the Tyson bet. Or at least even. But I think Linares may be a slightly tougher fight than Luke Campbell is. I asked Lomachenko. With that said, if Devin Haney were to walk through Linares and knock him out or something like that, okay. I'm looking forward to this because one fight he hurt his shoulder, right? The next fight against Gamboa, he had a hurt hand. So let's see a healthy Devin Haney Let's see if he get knockout of the year the way he did two years ago. Now let's move forward to the title. We got enough people in here, 746 people. Let's get some Gatorade in. Great fight. Yeah, excellent fight. My brown two sugars. My brown skin, two sugars. 2 weeks away from that fight. Yeah, absolutely. John Hargrave, what's going on with you? All right, so Chris Mannix. Did you hear this? Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated. You guys know who that is? Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated stated that he predicts that Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is going to step aside money, and it's going to be the largest step aside in history by far. Hit the Tyson bell. The idea is this. Okay? Hit the like button, everybody. Please subscribe. You know, I can have 100,000 subscribers if all of you just grab that link at the top, just copy that and paste it on your Facebook, or paste it in Reddit, or paste it in your Twitter. If all 800 of you, everybody hit the like button. If all 800 of you were to do that right now, I will have 100,000 subscribers. Easy. Because I know all of you got at least 2 friends. At least. So you guys, if they were to come to my channel, then they're going to hit the subscribe button, because you got to love this face. I would have 100,000. When everybody say, hey, man, let's get to 100,000 subscribers, we can do that easy. I just need your help. But Chris Mannix said that. And here's the idea. The idea is this. 50 million after taxes. That'd be ridiculous. You missed a super chat. My bias. Oh, really? Thanks so much. Let me find the super chat. Let me find the super chat first. Oh no, it went away. I'm so sorry. What did he say? The idea is this. Get the likes up, please. The idea is this. Can't help, got no friends. BK, you're hilarious. Is Deontay Wilder's playing hardball. Deontay Wilder said, I ain't stepping aside for nothing. Okay? That's how you start a negotiation. All right? Bob Arum is trying to play hardball. Oh, yeah, we're just going to fight. Let's hurry it up. July 24th. Okay? Now, this is what I'm hearing. And from Sports Illustrated, that Bob Arum is looking into step aside. And he's looking into making AJ versus Tyson Fury happen come August 14th. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Now, in order to make that happen, Bob Arum can't do that on his own. Eddie Hearn has to get involved. I'm telling you, Eddie Hearn has every bit of incentive to get involved, because you got the Saudis in his ear. I promise you the Saudis are in his ear. Okay? Usyk. Now, we all know Eddie Hearn already reached out to Usyk. Usyk said in a video, Eddie, give me more money. That's exactly how he said. He said, Eddie, what have you done for me lately? No, he said, Eddie, give me more money. So he's playing tough ball. Okay? Hold on real quick. ShowBizz. What are we saying? We need Wilder to fight him now. Are we forgetting that Fury said if he loses to Joshua, he'll retire? I don't see. Look here, Thor's brother. I'm getting at the point where I'm with everybody else. It is very hard to follow Tyson Gypsy King Fury. Bro. I can't believe in the I will retire. I can't believe in. I'm starting to. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't fool me again. So now we're believing Tyson Fury. If he's a liar, he's a liar, bro. If he, brother, I'm having a hard time, bro. Okay. But with that said, Eddie Hearn with Frank Warren with Bob Arum is trying to come up with something. Monies, right? Now, Frank Warren did put that $20 million mark there. He said, hey, if you ask for 20 million, we're going to have to fight him. Ask for more than 20 million, we're going to have to fight him. Don't be shocked if Deontay Wilder asks for 25 billion. He already asked for 20. Don't be shocked if he asks for 25. Now, here's the other idea. You got Shelly Finkel, you got JD's, you got Al Heyman. Those are the advisors and managers that they're really talking to. Deontay Wilder is sitting back chilling, okay? He's sitting back chilling. And many of us don't know exactly what's on Deontay Wilder's mind, all right? So you would think that his advisors and managers would side on the side of the smart move. You get the biggest step aside, because let's keep it real. The step aside money may be competitive, may compete against the amount of money he can earn fighting Fury. His step aside, Wilder asked for 30. Okay, his step aside money can probably be more than the money he'll get for fighting Fury. And believe you me, money is an incentive. Look, let me get some Gatorade. Who's telling you this info, ShowBizz? Like I said, just go to the video, Chris. I'm speaking from a interview with Chris Mannix, the writer of Sports Illustrated, speaking with his own. I'm speaking from that interview. All right. So the amount of money he could get for fighting Tyson Fury is not going to be, that's not going to be a huge fight. All you need to do is look at the second fight. The second fight underachieved big time. The third fight, people aren't as interested as Wilder fans are interested. Boxing fans and casuals aren't as interested in that fight. Okay, that's just what it is. They weren't interested the second time. If they fight for a third time, people are gonna be like, didn't we just see? Think of the casual. Didn't we just see Tyson Fury dribble him off the canvas? They throw in the towel. The guys, that's how they're gonna see it. All right. So my thing is this. In order for that third fight with Tyson Fury to be a big one, if you're thinking logically, Deontay Wilder needs to have a viral KO. He needs to fight a Charles Martin, knock him through the ropes, and say Bomb Squad's back. While Tyson Fury is fighting AJ. All the while, he receives a $20 million sidestep paycheck. So he can get paid the biggest step aside money of all time and go viral knocking out Charles Martin or somebody, okay, and get a little bag there, and then fight Tyson Fury for a third time. That is the brainy way. But there's only one hump, one hurdle to that, and that's if AJ beats Tyson Fury. If AJ beats Tyson Fury, just like Sports Illustrated, just like Chris Mannix said, if AJ beats Tyson Fury, there's no promise that Deontay Wilder would be able to fight the winner. Why? Because you can't, AJ and Wilder are allergic to each other. Those guys can't fight each other for jack. Eddie Hearn is going to have to get involved here. If Eddie Hearn really wants undisputed Tyson Fury versus AJ, he has to get involved. He has to get involved with the negotiations. He has to get involved with the sidestep money to help Bob Arum. He has to get involved with everything, okay? If you think that he's sitting on the outside, then you got that mixed up. Eddie Hearn has to get involved. And he has to get involved, especially with a promise, with a contractual deal, just like Wilder had with Fury that went to arbitration and Wilder won it. It has to be something that in stone for Wilder where he takes on the winner no matter what. If Eddie Hearn doesn't get involved, we're looking at July 24, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Gypsy King Fury. Let's see what you guys say. And rewatching Taylor versus Prograis at the moment, I gut feeling Ramirez is stopping Taylor this weekend. I feel that way because Taylor would go toe to toe. That's why I put money down. Taylor would slug with Ramirez, and that he's going to. All right, but Taylor's so damn good, man. He's very good. I may have lost my money, but that was a portion of why, a part of why I was saying that. Fury should have gave Wilder his rematch right after beating him instead of giving Wilder time to potentially get considerably better. That was not an option. So I think you guys got short memory loss. Tyson Fury and Wilder were going to fight each other. They had a date. The pandemic happened. I think y'all forgot. COVID, the coronavirus was a big deal. We've gotten over it a bit to where we forget how big it was when toilet paper was, people were buying toilet paper like it was going out of style. People were panicking. Everybody was staying in the house. Nobody was going any damn where. All right. People were dying. So they could not get a fight where you could fill up the stadium. So they kept that. Once they were saying January, they were saying all these dates, and they just could not satisfy that because they couldn't get past the pandemic hurdle. I think you guys forgot about that. I got to remind you. With that being the case, that's when Tyson Fury said, okay, I'll fight Abel Caballero. I'll just fight him come December. And that's when Wilder said egg-shaped form. And Tyson Fury was like, I'm not, hey, that's defamation. I'm not going to fight Wilder. Then Wilder hit him with the arbitration. You going to say you're not going to fight me? So he hit him with the arbitration. He got in the way of Abel Caballero. He got in the way of Tyson Fury saying, hey, I'm not going to fight you. Deontay Wilder hit him with the arbitration. That's how that happened. It wasn't that they just chose not to fight because they were afraid. Think about it. Tyson Fury was the only one talking. Deontay Wilder was quiet. Everybody was trying to fill in words for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's quiet now, and we're trying to fill in words now. Deontay Wilder just doesn't talk like that. Hit the Tyson bell. He's a private guy. He's just not like that. And everybody was trying to talk for Wilder. Wilder barely spoke. Tyson Fury was saying, once I get past, even when he said that he was going to fight AJ, he said, first I got to get past Wilder. And AJ got to get past Pulev. Remember? He said that when they said they were going to agree to fight each other. Tyson Fury said, I'm going to knock the Doser out. So Tyson Fury was talking about fighting Wilder at once upon a time. It's there. All you need to do is go back. It's there. Even now, throughout this whole thing, Tyson Fury even reminded us that Wilder is still there. Remember when he said, man, I may not even fight AJ. I'll fight Wilder. Bob Arum even mentioned Wilder. So they always mentioned Wilder. Okay, so around egg-shaped form they didn't. All right, but yeah, it did not go exactly how y'all say. Tyson Fury just ran. I think if you're a Wilder fan and if you love Wilder, everything bad is Fury, everything great is Wilder. So at that point, it's hard to talk to you. But if you're being unbiased and just seeing things how it is, that's how it was. Okay, Wilder was just quiet. That's all. Wilder had surgery. He was laying up. He was just chilling. And Tyson Fury used that silence as, I guess we ain't going to fight then. Let me do Abel Caballero. And that's when Wilder said egg-shaped form. And that's when Fury said F you. So it went like that. That's exactly how it went. Let's see what else we got. Did I miss a super chat? Here we go. Wilder's highest payday is going to be step aside. That may be the case. That may be the case. I'm going to tell you this. Wilder's a passionate guy, but Al Heyman, Shelley Finkel, and them, they're not stupid. Wilder wants revenge. Yes, he does, and he'll get his opportunity. But at the same time, Wilder doesn't make all the business moves. Easy money. If I was Wilder, it's really a no-brainer, okay? It's really a no-brainer. I would, just like Chris Mannix was saying from Sports Illustrated, it's really a no-brainer. I would take money that may be greater than actually fighting Fury. I'll take that money. And then I would work on my left and work on all those things against Charles Martin's skull and go viral. And then I would fight the winner between AJ Fury if Eddie Hearn could get involved. If not, I don't know if I'll take that risk. No other fight needed. Get trilogy going ASAP. But Eric Johnson, let me ask you this, Eric. What would you do if you were Wilder? Would you fight Fury for $30 million or fight Fury for $60 million? Will you fight Fury now for $30 million or take 25 to 30 million step aside and then fight him later for 30 million and get 60 million? What would you do? I just want to see what kind of businessman you are. What would you do? Will you fight him now for 30 million or fight him later and get 2 checks of 30 million? What would you do? I just want to know. Where's Eric at? Because it could be just me with the tune-up of 7 million. It's not always about money. Wait. Oh, there you go. It's not always about money. Wilder is a beast, a warrior, a different breed than all the other warriors. I think he's about the same breed as the other warriors. But I want to say this. It's not always about money. So you would fight Fury for 30 million. Okay. I would fight Fury. No, if I'm going to fight Fury no matter what, then I would rather fight him for 60 million. But that's just me. Okay. If you're going to fight Fury, no matter what. So either step aside, fight Fury in December, or fight him now for 30 million, or step aside and fight him in December and get 60 million in the process. I'll fight him in December and get 60 million in the process. Because I'm going to fight him. It's going to be revenge. I'm going to fight him anyway. I don't even care if he loses to AJ, I'm fighting him. You know, I'm getting my revenge anyway. Yeah, it's not about money. Even if he loses to AJ, I fight him. But I'd rather fight him for 60 million. But that's just me, okay? It's just like, what I do, let me ask you this. Real quick. When my man says it's not all about money. Mr. Super Chat, my bad, Eric Johnson. When my man says it's not always about money. Would you go to work for $20 an hour now or go to work for $40 an hour later? Let's say 4 months later. Will you accept a job, the same job, for $20 an hour? Or would you go 4 months later and accept that same job for $40 an hour? Let me see how your brain works. Let me see how you guys work. Eric Johnson. Wilder feels like he was wronged. He wants Fury's head. He can have it for twice the amount. No other fight needed. Get Trilogy going ASAP. Wait a minute. I think you said that already. Hold on. God dog it, man. I'm like, wait. Is this a super chat? Oh, thank you, Larry, for the super chat. Thank you so much. It's like there's a lot of people in here. There's 1,000 people in here. Everybody, make sure you hit the like button. There's 1,000 people in here. 40 later. You feel what I'm saying? That analogy don't fit, Biz. Why not? Okay. How about this? If I'm Wilder, I'm taking step aside money and try to make the Usyk fight to be mandatory regardless what happens, Fury versus Joshua. If I'm Wilder, I'm taking step aside money and try to make the Usyk fight to be mandatory. Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah. I mean, that can work too. Eric M, thank you so much. ShowBizz, a better way of boxing television. My man, High Low. So that's why you're not Wilder. Well, that's why you're not ShowBizz. I mean, that's why I'm not Wilder. I'm not Wilder because God, what are we doing now? Adam M is like, I'm Wilder, and that's why you're not. We're Wilder. Like, you're not Wilder either, bro. What? Brother, it has gone too far. All right, man, look, this has gone too far. Now you're Wilder? You're not just a Wilder fan. You are Wilder? Oh, Lord. I thought there was only one Wilder. Third fight will be worse for Wilder, learning footwork, looking like a baby deer, ShowBizz boxing for mental health, love from California. I'm going to say this. When matching up that fight, if you guys want to match up the fight right now, let's do that, okay? I said if I were Wilder, but that's why I'm not Wilder. Because, brother, if I were Wilder, so what makes me Wilder is making Wilder decisions. Okay, so if you agree with Wilder, you are Wilder? I think there's a lot of reasons why I'm not Wilder, bro. All right, so look. Dog, I don't know what's going on. My brain doesn't work right, dude. I don't do that. I do not know what that means. I'm having a hard time. As a boxing fan, I'm happy with the news. All I'm hearing is Wilder gets his trilogy, Fury gets his tune-up, and AJ continues to defend his throne. I get you. All I'm hearing is Wilder gets his trilogy, Fury gets his tune-up. I see the sneak diss right there. I see the sneak diss right there. Look, Wilder is not a tune-up, bro, at all. In the bank. Much love to you, brother. Let's see. I would do the step aside if Joshua signed off on the deal. Bingo. Wilder has to hope AJ wins. Fury's word is shot. And he'll make more fighting. But Smith, we're thinking too logically here. we got to think emotionally. That's what everybody's saying in the war room. Okay, we got to think about the Wilder fans. There's a lot of Wilder fans that think they are Wilder, right? Adam M. He think he is Wilder. So you have to think about that aspect of things. Okay, from the Wilder fans' point of view, you got to think emotionally. I just want Fury. So this is a tough deal that has to be made. Fury just gotta. I promise you, I'll win. I don't know what you have. I think Wilder should fight Fury no matter what, win, lose, or draw. I just think AJ and Eddie Hearn should put up some money to help with the step aside, because this is going to be the biggest step aside money ever. And I think Wilder should make it the biggest step aside money ever. He said he's in a very, very dominant position right now. And I would get the chips and the dip. I told you, I would get the chips and the dip. I would fight Fury no matter what. Even if he lose, I'll fight Fury. I'll fight Fury no matter what. And then I'll try to fight AJ for undisputed. Because AJ wants to fight Wilder too. We got to keep it a buck there. AJ wants to fight Wilder too. Because he would never be considered great if he doesn't fight Wilder. Bro. AJ would be considered great, but not great if he doesn't fight Wilder. You hear what I'm saying? That's you gotta fight Wilder. That's like if Sugar Ray never fought Hagler. He fought Hearns and Duran, yeah, but he never fought Hagler. You feel what I'm saying? He has to. He has to. Without the court order, Fury will retire before fighting him again. He'll have achieved everything. I hope not. I hope not. Everybody talking about Fury retiring, but Fury. I hope not. If 60-40 Fury will get less money for fighting than step aside money. That's what I said. Yes. Okay. What I'm saying is the fight with Fury is 60-40. Wilder can get more money even stepping aside than the fight itself. I'm sure his advisors are extremely intelligent and they know this. Bro, you're getting the ass end of the share here. Fury is getting the lion's end of the share. Okay? So Fury is getting 60, Wilder gets 40 of a purse that people aren't that interested in. Now, Wilder fans are crazy about that fight. Boxing fan, like general boxing fans. I know Wilder fans are boxing fans too. But Wilder fans, I love you guys are crazy about that fight. But I'm talking about generally like casuals and just box. They're not crazy about that fight. I just saw Wilder get his ass whooped. That's how they're feeling, right? So that fight, if the first one was a draw and Fury stood up like the Undertaker, okay? Now I'm talking about huge moment in boxing history. But the second one underachieved. And some of that, honestly, is due to people illegally streaming. We got to stop doing that to these boxers. We do. Okay, if you're going to support Wilder, you're going to support Fury, stop damn stealing from them. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Stop stealing from these fighters. They're putting their lives at risk. Okay? If you're going to call yourself supporting boxing. So that illegally streaming did not damn help. If you call yourself a Fury fan or a Wilder fan and you're illegally streamed that second fight, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Hit the Tyson bell. Now, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. But with that said, it underachieved. This third fight is going to be like, and Wilder's going to get 40% of that. If I was Wilder, I'd take step aside of a big chunk and then go viral, knocking out Charles Martin or Andy Ruiz or Dillian White, and then make it a big deal. Undisputed lineal champion Wilder gets his revenge after going viral saying Bomb Squad is back. People need to see that. But I think that's like a common sense approach that I got going on here. One way to your way, my man. Even if Fury loses to AJ and Wilder gets paid double to fight AJ, he can win undisputed and still get fight Fury, except this time Wilder will have the leverage. That's big facts too. Was Wilder a tune-up when he had Fury snoring? Funny. Yeah, Wilder is not anyone's tune-up. Okay, ask everybody. But we're going to talk about this the matchup itself. Ask Berman Stavern. Berman Stavern. No, Berman was scared as hell. Remember all the junks the Berman was talking before that second fight? He talked more than Wilder. Wilder stopped screaming, bomb squad. Wilder was just in there like, all right, okay, dog. Remember the press conference? Wilder was sitting there like, all right, man. Oh, God. Then all of a sudden, he's standing there looking at him like, bop, push the referee. Ah! That was one of the most gangster fights I've ever seen. I was like, shit. I never seen one man outman another man more than Wilder outmanned Berman Stavern that second fight. Holy hell. Reason I called Wilder a tune-up for Fury. Fury has shown he's levels ahead. Facts. He is ahead of Wilder. Can Wilder improve without a tune-up for himself? That's the question. That's the question. I think Fury is a better fighter. Okay, all right. Look, let's look at the matchup. Let's look at the matchup, dude. Let me tell you what I found out last night. Let me tell you what I found out last night. If you want Wilder to step aside, let me tell you what I found out last night. I was looking at a few of Wilder fights, okay? I missed the kid. That's number one. I miss seeing Deontay Wilder fight. I really do. I love anticipating a crucial, crazy, brutal knockout. I mean, knockouts really gets me going. I miss him, dude. I miss seeing Wilder in the ring. With that said, I was watching a few of his old fights. And sadly, what I found out was that wasn't Wilder versus Fury, the second fight. That wasn't the best Wilder. But it wasn't that far from. You gotta forget. Wilder, he got some improving to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, to beat Fury, he got some improving to do. I was looking like his defense is atrocious. Okay, so I love that he's working on his head movement. I love that he's working on his footwork. I love that he's working on a different attack, because the biggest issue people had with Wilder was Wilder is athletic. That guy's athletic. He's able to jump back away. He does this step back with his long legs and his athleticism. He does his jump back to clear space like nobody's business. And then those big, fat, chubby, short heavyweights gotta wobble their way back to him, like, and that's when Wilder shoot the jab, jump back, shoot your jab, hook and push you. He'll hook and push you right to the right hand. It's like, he's difficult not for Fury, but he's difficult for any other heavyweight. It's like they were like Ruiz. He would knock. I was looking at Wilder fight a few of his fights. I'm like, he would knock Ruiz out, and I'm looking at Ruiz fight, and I'm like, he'll knock. Fury is better. He's better. But with that said, like I said, I saw Deontay Wilder throw a right hand at Chris Arreola. I watched that fight this morning, actually. He threw a right hand at Chris Arreola, who has one hell of a chin. And I swear to you, that right hand must have hurt way more than it looked. His head snapped back, hit him off the forehead, just like he knocked out Ortiz. Bam! His head snapped back, but you didn't know that it was like, because the camera was from the back. So it was like, bam! And that was a right hand that you could clearly see him hitting Tyson with. I mean, it wasn't like it was a crazy, educated right hand. He was just moving to the side and went, bam! He just threw it, boom! And dang! It was, I'm like, this dude hit so hard, bro. That is a very stressful fight. When you can't have a guy touch you for 12 rounds. That is difficult. Because Chris Arreola was like, God. And the funny thing is, at all the people I watched fight him, I listened to the corner. They all said, get on the inside. Hold him. Get on the inside. Okay, but I can't, because he keep jumping back, and he'll jump back like Roy Jones for half the ring. He jumps back, and it's like, I can't get to this month. So it's difficult for sure. My bad. I see a lot of super chats. ShowBizz, the next voice in YouTube TV. Thank you so much, brother. Let me see what this says. Was Wilder a tune-up with Fury? Okay. Fury is allergic to title defenses. That's why he can't retire. That would be a cloud over Fury every day of the week. Okay, you can't call yourself a great if you're not defending. You got to defend. You can't just earn the titles. You got to defend them. You do. You do. Life, what's going on with you? Wilder needs head movement, jab work, and body work, and he would be pretty unstoppable. Yeah, right now he's 30-some years old. And the funny thing is, Life, do you know, I know there was a lot of people that were saying to me, hey, think about Rockman versus Lennox Lewis when you think of the arbitration ruling. So I looked into it. And do you know that Daniel Weinstein actually used that ruling? Because Lennox versus Rockman 2 went to criminal case. That went to the courts. Because Rockman was trying not to have the rematch and fight Mike Tyson. So do you know Daniel Weinstein looked at that case and used that case? Because Lennox Lewis' argument was, I'm 35 years old. I don't got that much time to wait for my rematch. He looked at that case and he looked at Deontay Wilder's age, and that's how he came up with September. Do you guys know that? I was asking, why not November? Why not December? Why September? Jesus. No, Daniel Weinstein understood boxing. He understood the life of someone's career, and he took into account Deontay Wilder's age. Did you know that? It's crazy. It's dope. It's dope, actually. Left my biz. I was there that night. Stavern Soul left his body. I seen it levitate and leave the arena. You saw, boom. What? Oh shit. And never returned. And I honestly never heard anything about Stavern since. Hope he's okay. I have. Stavern had an algorithm. My man. Stavern had. Everybody hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too, and go to busr.com/showbiz. Please spell my favorite fights. Don't forget to share this link. Share it on your Instagram. Share it on your Twitter or your Facebook. It's easy to do. We have 100,000 subscribers tomorrow. If all 1,000 of you were to share this, people would be, who is ShowBizz? It'd be 100,000 subscribers. I have that little platinum little play YouTube thing right there above my fireplace. We'll be killing it. But we're on our way anyway. Still missing a lot of super chats, bro. God. What was I going to say? Man, it's flying. It's flying. I did Life's, right? He need head movement, footwork. He allergic to defense. Man, bro. And when there's so many comments, the super chats, people forget Wilder put Fury on his spine twice. I don't know who forgets that. But I want to say this, too. When they talk about Tyson Fury hitting behind the head, that first knockdown, Eric Johnson, watch it. That was a rabbit punch from Wilder. Okay, so Wilder hits in the back of the head too, as Ortiz. So the first one was a rabbit punch. That's what dropped Fury. The second one, he almost destroyed. He hit him with a left hook on Fury's way down. Bam! And the left one, I don't even think Fury felt. It just, all it did was this one knocked him unconscious, and this one put him in a coma. Okay, bam, boom! Like that was insane. When I saw that, remember when I watched it live, I said game over. He was laid flat out, and then he just, I still don't know how. That was almost magic. I still don't know how that guy got up, okay? And then got up with the sense to start fighting and taking the fight to Wilder and hurting. This is the thing that's scary about Fury that I don't think people are taking into account. When Fury takes the fight to you, you're in bad shape. Ask Steve Cunningham. When he takes the fight to you, ask Wilder. When Fury goes to you, ask Otto Wallin. When he just get pissed and go and stop. And goes to you and just bam, bam, bam. He's a problem. He's really a problem. And that's how he hurt Wilder in that 12th round. Take step aside money, get the promise to fight for all the belts, knocking someone out to go viral, showing up to Fury versus AJ. Yeah, fight and go viral again by going into the ring yelling, bomb squad, I'm coming. Yes. That's how you get the chips and the dip. That's how you walk down and get them all, right? We got another super chat. The greatest profile pic ever. Brother, are you a comedian or like a photographer, brother, that pic makes me laugh. It looks like you got nothing floating around upstairs, but you make the smartest comments in the world. Biz, you're right. Not only it makes business sense to take a step aside, it also gives Wilder the opportunity to apply new things he's working on. Yes. Also get more comfortable with his new team and more chance of beating Fury. And here's another thing that we're not talking about. Bro, your profile really makes me laugh. I need to grab that profile and just put it on my phone or something anytime I'm having a bad day. But here's the thing. Not only that, he gets more data. Watch Fury versus AJ. He gets to study that film. He gets more data. Everything leans towards step aside. That's the smart move. Let me see. Ring Raps, my guy. Aram did Eddie dirty. USA fight makes Top Rank more money. More money than 155 million site fee just to begin with. I don't know, man. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of money made from, well, there was a lot of money compared to how much I make. But Fury, all relatively speaking, when it comes to a championship heavyweight fight, it underachieved Deontay Wilder versus Fury 2. But did he do Eddie dirty? He led Eddie on. Okay, it seems like, according to Eddie, that profile pic is fire. It seems like it, according to Eddie. Eddie said that he was given a strong promise that everything was going to be okay. But according to Frank Warren and Bob Arum, they were completely shocked by the ruling. How you're completely shocked and not. But he was prepared. He had July 24th. Oh, so I get what you're saying. He did have the arena reserved for July 24th. Let me see. You think Wilder could retire after he get paid a free 25, 30 million to step aside? Yeah, but Wilder is the type of guy who starts boxing at a grown man and then going to the Olympics. The guy is Wilder, bro. I have a different feeling when it comes to Wilder than a lot of people. I really do. Wilder to me is a complete savage. He is a savage. He had a moment where he was wearing the skirt. Egg-shaped form was the worst. Like, that was the worst. But I'm past it now. But I joke on it because it's still just so funny. But that was the worst. But Wilder that I've known, other than, I'm not going to judge him for that one moment. I mean, you can't help it because that was the moment he was down. So, can you stand the rain? New Edition. Okay, so it was sunny days, he was fine. Rainy days, we'll see how he is. I get you. But now he's been in this rainy day. Okay, so the next time, and he will have another rainy day. When he have another rainy day, he's going to be able to handle it better. Okay, but with that said, not judging him on that one low point, Wilder always been a savage to me. I don't see Wilder just grabbing 25 million and leaving. Wilder, not only is he a savage, he doesn't think anybody can beat him. A new network on the making. Yeah, thank you so much. That guy Wilder doesn't think anybody can beat him. He doesn't think anybody can beat him, bro. So Wilder, he'll fight until he's convinced that somebody can beat him. He just doesn't think anybody can beat him. Okay? That's why I don't see him. That's why I don't see him the egg shape. He gets fried like an egg again, ShowBizz. Yeah, but man, look, I'm gonna do it like, man, it is just scary, right? Fury fighting Wilder is just scary. Fury is better, but anybody fighting Wilder is scary. If you guys go into a Fury Wilder fight completely confident, then you're crazy. All right. If you're a Fury fan, if you're a Wilder fan, you go in there completely confident, you're definitely crazy because Fury whooped his ass the second fight. So, and he outboxed him the first fight. So you're completely bizarre. All right. So I think if you're going to be human and you're going to be real, both y'all nervous. Fury fans and Wilder fans are nervous for this fight. Period. No step aside. Judge already had to force Fury. What are you talking about? The judge said, and I quote, hold on, the arbitrator rather, but he was a judge, so let's call him a judge. He's a retired judge. Do I still have what the judge said? Hold on. Oh, I got rid of it. Did I? Well, what the judge ruled was he have to fight him by September 15th unless they come up with, they agree. If Team Fury and Team Wilder agree on an extension. That was the ruling. So the ruling wasn't by September 15th or nothing. No, it was unless he left that room for an extension. That's when I knew the payout the step aside can be real. Bro, you missed my earlier post. Sorry. People should not underestimate Super Saiyan Wilder 2.0. The man is a warrior and will be a serious problem. I think so. I think look, oh man, I ain't gonna repeat what Wilder said. Let me just phrase it like this. I'm not going to talk about any personal conversations I had, but let's phrase it like this. Wilder is focused on adding new wrinkles. How about that? So I am very curious in him going to the body more. That alone, if he goes to the body more and force you to put your guard down slightly, you saw what happened to Ortiz. He put his guard down for a half a second. Bam! You see how his face was looking? Dog, Wilder would hit you and have your face on some weird shit. And you can't sit up all the way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bro, that's a hard goal. Who you got? Ramirez or Taylor, and how KO or decision? Derek, I have a whole video on that, a whole live stream on that. I put $2,000 down on Ramirez to win by KO. ShowBizz, think he's the only one to speak to Wilder personally. I don't think I'm the only one to. Oh, you're hating. Okay, I got you. Punch Drunk. Is that Punch Drunk? Punch Drunk? I haven't Punch Drunk. I need to go buy your channel, bro. I haven't seen that's my bad. Mr. ShowBizz. Shout out from Mr. Moonshine. You're Mr. Moonshine? I love it, dog. I love it. God bless. Keep grinding. Wilder have to overcome long layoff, surgery, new trainer, still no accountability for losing, but he's still a freak of nature. That's as solid as you can get. That's probably why you have your own channel. That's as solid as you can get. Okay. Overcome long layoff, right? So does Fury. Surgery, new trainer, still no accountability for losing. But still a freak of nature. Yeah. That was a beautiful comment. Let me see. Wilder trash. Stop being on the fence, Biz. Stop being on the fence. Wilder's trash. Stop being on the fence. Are you kidding me? I'm a boxing analyst. I'm not a fanboy. Hit the Tyson Bear. Look, let me tell you something. In case you guys don't know, this isn't a fanboy channel. That's why I got the War Room, and that's why I don't kick people off the War Room, and I don't block people. It's up to you to kiss somebody's ass, King KO. You kiss Fury's ass. You sniff his ass. When he fart, just put your nose right there. That's you. My job is to be an analyst and break things down and then hand it to you. This is my analysis. This is what I think. This is what you guys came for. But most pause. but mostly, you guys are here to talk to each other too, to snap on each other. That's what y'all here for. You know, you hear me, yeah, ShowBizz, I agree with that. And then y'all feed off of what I'm saying, and y'all go to war. But don't come to me and expect me to be Team Fury or Team Wilder, because I'm a boxing analyst and I'm team boxing. People still don't get that. And I don't know how many times I got to repeat it. You got people who are Wilder fans saying, you've been hating on Wilder. I'm just giving an analysis, period. You got Fury fans saying, hey, say Wilder is the worst. No, I don't think that. I think he's a top 3 heavyweight. I do. And I think at any moment, if he misses you with the right hand, you're going night-night. That's all I'm basing that off the data I've received when I watched the dude. I watched Fury whooping his ass all fight. Bet. Bro, if you didn't get up by some magical, if you didn't hear Mickey say, Fury, Mickey loves you. If you didn't hear that, game, okay? Game. So I don't know what's going on, bro. You ShowBizz, are you getting the Wilder? Oh, thank you. I'm about to contact BUSR right now. I promise you. Right now. Right now. Let me do it right now. So I don't forget. Here it is right here. Oh, no, not can. Let's do a Deontay Wilder autographed glove giveaway. I just did it right there. I would show you the phone, but his number's on it. Just did it. Then that mug will be shipped to us in 10 days, and it'll be sitting right there. BUSR doesn't play. They'll be like, word, let's go for your people. They do not play. Give BUSR their number. Their roses, their number. Their roses while they can smell. Let me see. Bruh, I need that glove immediately. 100%. BUSR.com/ShowBizz. The support for Wilder will break the spectator record, 80,000 fans in the stadium. You can't undermine. Well, okay, then that's where I failed, right? You can't undermine the power, right, of, support like that. I mean, look at when Fury fought Wilder in the States. You saw all the gypsies and everybody from Ireland, everything. Everybody showed up. Okay, they traveled to support Fury. It was almost like a pro Fury crowd, it seemed. So you can't underestimate the power of real support. Think about this community. People support me. I saw a video, and I'm not going to say who. I saw a video of me getting trashed. I saw a video of me getting trashed inappropriately too, because I've never seen such a skewed vision of me. But it's okay. I mean, that's the internet. But I happened to look through the comments, and y'all, this community was like, what? Man, let me tell you. I saw Brent in there. Let me tell you what ShowBizz is about, bruh, since you're missing things. So when you have support, I know it personally. When you have diehard support, like Wilder fans support Wilder, they'll show up. They'll show up. But here's the thing. Fury and Wilder fans, don't illegally stream, please. These guys are fighting for you. All we do is criticize them and we nitpick. Okay? We can at least give our money to support them. All right, let's not trash them and then steal from them. That's just, do you understand what kind of individual, how do you sleep at night? Let's not do that. All right? Go by a friend's house and give your friend $10. Whatever it is. You ain't got 10 damn dollars. So go to a friend's house and give them $10. Whatever it is, just participate. If you can't buy the Bomb Squad shirt or the Fury book, if you can't buy those things, buy the damn fight. At least. And I'll be doing the live stream commentary. Okay? Much love, ShowBizz. I'm gonna need a Wilder glove. Sure, for sure. You're right. LOL. I'm serious. Okay, you're poor, but you ain't got go to a friend's house and give $5. Jeez, $5? You can't muster $5 for your favorite fighter? $5? Hot take. Let's see what Punch Drunk got to say. I enjoy videos of people trashing me. It's entertaining. Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, that was wrong. But I didn't listen to it all. I just looked at the comments like, are y'all believing this? Yeah. Show business partners were like, boy, get out of here. Let me see. I was like, oh, okay, cool. What else y'all gotta say? Some of us is poor biz. Brother, you ain't got a 5 spot. Ask your mom for a 5 spot, bro. A 5 spot. Let me see what else we got. I wanted to do the matchup breakdown. There you go. Of Fury versus Wilder, if that fight. Y'all guys love the thumbnail, right? God, that thumbnail. I put that thumbnail together and I looked at it, was like, whoa! shit. But that was some of my best work right there. But the little filter I put on it, like, woo! What was I going to say? Oh, the Fury Wilder breakdown. Let's break this fight down. Bomb Squad to the state. Salute, Biz. Much love to you. Wilder fans come up in here and aren't as soft as I thought. How many times I was like, man, stop being soft. Wilder fans up in here like, Bomb Squad, what happened? I was broad brush stroking. It's only like maybe 5% of all fans that are soft. Okay. But anyway, I might not be day one, but I came next day air. Shut up. You got that right. Let's see what life has to say. Yo, Biz, you missed one of my super chats. God. Why didn't you say what you said in the other super chat in this one? Oh, here we go. Because it says 24. Thank you so much. King KO. How's Wilder trash with several title defenses, one of the highest KO percentages, and reigned for several years? Do Life a favor and answer him on that one. And guess what, Life? He started as a grown-ass man. Can you imagine if he started at 9, like the rest of us? Any of us who boxed, can you imagine? I think I was throwing punches at 3 years old. Okay? I'm talking about me and my brothers getting busy at 3, and I had to train. All right? So if he started at 9 years old like the rest of us, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Due to circumstances, Wilder is just a freak of nature. Not a fantastic boxer. And that's due to circumstances. Can you imagine? This guy had 10 title defenses with a very small and with no experience. Can you imagine? Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Hey Biz, not a Wilder fan, but he's looking good. He is looking good. Looks like Fury. Well, what I like is that he's trying to look good. That's the beginning. That's the most important part. I need to humble myself to get better. You know. Looks like Fury don't want no smoke from the Nigerian lion AJ. That's what people are saying. I don't feel that way, but that's what people are saying. Keep up the good work, player. I'm gonna accept what you're saying. People are saying that he's been ducking AJ, and AJ actually says something like, one of you guys hit me on a DM and showed me a video where AJ was like, they asked him, who are you going to fight in 2021? Is it going to be Fury or Usyk? And he was like, you never know where Fury is. He said, you don't know where he is from day to day. He said, so Usyk is straightforward. He said, I think I'll be fighting Usyk. Sure as shit. Right? So, you know, it's one of those things. Even AJ was kind of like, that's why we see AJ training and running like we run. When Eddie Hearn said that he told AJ, hey, man, the arbitration swung Wilder's way, and AJ just took it on the chin and was like, well, do whatever you can do because I want undisputed. But if not, give me the Usyk fight. Because I think AJ is at a point where he's just training and fighting. And everybody else is talking and all over social media. And AJ is just like, brother, can I just punch somebody in a mask? Please? Is that against the rules? I'm a boxer. Can I punch somebody in the face? Please? Two things, ShowBizz. Where's the ShowBizz merch, bro? It's on showbiztheadult.com. The link is in my description box. You go there anytime, you'll see a link to my website. I'm coming for you in that ESBC game. Yeah, you can come for me all you want. You can sit back home with a bruised eye and a bruised ego. That's our first stare down. What boxer are you most likely forward playing? I'm looking forward to Lomachenko, to be honest. Secretly, I'm looking forward to. There you go. Send me the exact one, and I'll get that done. Thank you. That was that, and that's BUSR.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's BUSR.com. Send me the exact one, and we'll make that happen for you. BUSR.com/ShowBizz. That's why I place my best there. Now y'all going to get an autographed Wilder glove. Yes! Bomb Squad! Now you can win that. USR plays 0 games, bro. They love this community, man, big time. Let me see what the life got to say. And I want all the smoke about it. I also box ShowBizz the coffee, my man. You feel what I'm saying? That's life. Identify real, recognize real life. Have to get to work. Nice seeing you, Biz. Much love to you, Oscar. Much love to you. Stop listening to boxing fans. If a boxer is legit, always ask the victims of the. That's big facts. And ask them and only them if Wilder right hand is legit or not. 99.9% of the fans have never been put to sleep. That's a great point. Excellent point. Ask the people who are in there. Excellent point. What else we got? Bro, that statement of not knowing where Fury stands day to day is exactly why Wilder went through the arbitration, in my opinion. And it's exactly why I can understand if Wilder says, I don't care what you guys are talking about when it comes to step aside and promises. See, that's the wrinkle. That's the caveat. That's the hole in the whole thing. Step aside is the smart thing to do. But then you also have fool me once, fool me twice. So you can understand if Wilder were to be like, man, look, man, there is no tomorrow, bro. If Wilder, I can see Wilder having an attitude, and you're going to have to really convince Wilder. Because I can see Wilder like, man. So, you know, I'm at a crossroad right here. I think I'm at a point where I'm kind of done. Like, I just want to see a fight, especially AJ versus Usyk. So I'm at a point where I'm just ready to see somebody fight now. You know, I know we're getting undisputed with Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor this weekend. So that keeps me excited. Then after that, I mean, it's fight season. Because after that, you got Devin Haney, you got Juneteenth, you got all these fights, you know. I'm excited about those fights. I'm really curious about Joshua versus Wilder. Dude, that is so bizarre. Everybody been curious about that. I'm not sure that fight would ever happen, but I need it to happen. Just made my BUSR account in the bank. There you go, man. My man, you should get something for that. I wonder if there's a... Yep, they just confirmed it. I'll send a picture in a minute. I wonder if there's a if there's a code I can send you. Let me see. Keep up the good work, Biz. Thank you so much. Baby mama got me on child support. Brother, that's your name? All right, so if you illegally stream, I feel you. I'll just play. This dude is so devastated. But he gave me a $5 super chat, though. You know what I mean? Biz, can you tell BUSR to update the UFC props? What happened? I need some to make... Oh! Got you, bro. Let me see. What else we got? How do your fans get a chance at the giveaways? Subscribe, like, and share. And I know when you share for sure. Because on Google, what do you call that? When you you do something with your identity on Google. I forget what they call it. But anyway, because of that, I go through Google and I can see when I'm mentioned, when I'm searched, all those things. And so when you share, you raise the probability. You got people that's been sharing you got like Brittany Divine, been sharing me all day. Young King, those two people, dude, they're sharing like crazy. It's like almost every day. So when you're sharing my videos and stuff like that, you get a higher opportunity to win the giveaway. But you got to be a subscriber. All right. Let's see. Can we let the light in for my brother Paul Mooney? He passed away today, man. Trevor, we let the light in on him, bro. We rang the bell 10 times, everything. But Paul Mooney, I love you. Hit the Tyson bell. Let the light in for him again. That sucks. I was just thinking about Paul Mooney because I was thinking about how, you know, when he's doing his when he had talk and do a stand up, and he always looking at one part. He would look at one person for a long time. But he'll look at that one person and he'll just have his head to the side. God, I loved him. God, I love him. That guy is funny, man. He was dangerously funny too. Wrote for Richard Pryor, all those things. I don't know him as a person personally, so if you guys got some kind of skinny on him, I don't even care. I mean, well, I don't know. But when it comes to what I do know, his comedy, God, I love him. He was hilarious. Do you have to be a member to win giveaways? No, subscribe. You got to subscribe, not a member. I very rarely do members only giveaways, but when I do, I let the members know. But very rarely do I do that because it's just not fair yet. I got a lot of members, but it's not fair yet to do that. What else we got? Just made an account, BUSR. Let's get it. Hey, and then get to the bag too. Get to the bag too. I've won a lot of money on BUSR.com. Get to the bag too. Tender Jaw, he says, I'm back. Okay, the troll is back, dog. The troll is back. 48-hour deadline. What else? 48-hour deadline for what? Wilder should fight Charlie Z. He did, and he whooped his ass. You ain't see that? He beat the hell out of Charlie Z. That was one of my favorite fights from Wilder. That's what Charlie Z gets. Let's see what y'all got. Okay, so that's my show. I mean, you guys are good. I hope you guys are satisfied. That's my show. Tomorrow, I think I'll be doing another live stream. We're definitely going live for the Ramirez fight. You're going to be doing ESBC gaming and Twitch. Absolutely. Yeah, that's full plans, and that's being taken care of. I'll be doing that. And I'll be knocking everybody out, and I'm going to Vegas, and I'm going to fight for the belt, and I'm going to win it, and I'm going to bring it back, and I'm going to show it to all of you, and then we're going to go live again. I'm going to kick your ass again, and I'm going to be undefeated. All right, that's just what it is. I'm going to fight anybody who wants some. I'm putting it out there for everybody to see, and you want to have your ass beat. I mean, that's just, I'm sorry, but that's just how the world works. So anyway, I love you, man. I'll be going live for Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor. You guys going to see me lose $2,000. That's always fun. ShowBizz the dope. I'm out. Man, if I win, though.